South Carolina. Hope everybody's doing well. This is our October thought of the month. We're going to talk a little bit about chip pitching. Before I do that, I do want to thank Chad Coofin and his staff for letting me be here and teach at this beautiful facility. This is the fourth hole, outstanding Jack Nicklaus golf course, tremendous teaching center. If you haven't been out here for a lesson, it's a great place to do it. So thank you very much to them for allowing me to be here. We're going to talk about pitching today, chipping. I call it chip pitching. Very simple technique. What we're going to talk about that I see most of all is people who try to help the ball into the air and try to hit these shots around the green flat-footed. Flat-footed is going to be something that is okay if you have a very, very short stroke, maybe a putting length stroke. Anytime you get more length in your stroke than that, we need to let this back hip engage a little so that we can keep the golf club moving, keep the grip moving. Anytime you have a swing that gets a little bigger and this hip's locked out and your feet are flat, you're going to tend to back out and pull away from the golf ball, which will make you hit thin shots a lot and some fat, scruffy ones as well. If you sound like you do that, then this is something that you'd like to try. We want to make sure that we always get our golf ball in the center of our feet. The center of your feet is when you have your feet perpendicular to the target line and put your toes straight forward. Most people teach an open stance, which is fine, but when you turn your toes, it gives you an optical illusion that the ball is in the center, when reality tells you, if you'll look at this, that probably looks like it's in the center of my stance, but in actuality, it's up towards the front of my stance. The bottom of my swing is where the center of my shoulders are, parallel to the target line. So if my shoulders are parallel to the target line, this is the center of my stance and the center of the bottom of my swing. If that golf ball is there, my chances of hitting it solid are very, very unlikely. I would have to get my shoulders this way, then I could hit it solid, but then I'm hitting to the left. So make sure that when you turn those toes, start in there with them nice and straight forward, then turn them a little bit. It'll look like it's in the back of your stance, but in reality it's not. So we're going to get that for us, get that ball in the center, make sure that your shoulders are parallel to the target line, get the ball under your throat, and then maybe put a 5 more percent, 10 more percent in your forward foot. That's okay. I like to see it start from the center. But here's the main thing that we want to get a feel for. Once again, most people tend to hit golf shots around the green flat-footed. I'd like to see you get your back hip a little more involved and move the golf ball, move the golf club with this back hip. So we're going to get the ball in our center, swing back. We don't need a tremendous amount of wrist set. The longer the swing is, the more it will set. That's fine. But the shorter, the less. That does not mean that we're going to be stiff and tight and rigid. But less wrist set is going to be more consistent than more wrist set. That's just the bottom line. So we're going to get set up, put that ball in the middle, grip down on the club a little for control. When we swing back, we're going to move the club through with our back hip, not just our arms and shoulders, but we're going to move the club through with the back hip. So we're going to set up, balls in the center, swing back, move the club through with our hip. This is moving. You can get a little air under this back foot right here. Actually just made that shot. How about it? That's kind of funny. Once again, set up, swing back, move the club forward with your back hip, not with just your arms and shoulders. We don't want to do that because once again, we'll tend to back out of the shot and hit up on it and hit it thin. We want to keep the grip of the club and the head of the club always moving in the same direction. So swing back, push the club through with your back hip. That will keep that grip moving. Let some air get under this foot. Doesn't mean we're doing the merengue and getting all quick, but just swing back, use this to move the club. The further back you go, the further through you go. The more you turn through. The shorter back, the shorter through, the less. But let's move the club with this and not just this. Hope that helps you. I really appreciate it if you'd send me an email, let me know how you do it. If you have any questions, if it's not working for you, please let me know so we can figure out what the problem is. But if you'll take that simple advice, get yourself set up with a ball in the center, swing back, move the club through with your back hip, I think you'll be pretty surprised at the results you get. Appreciate you watching. Thanks for reading the newsletter. I'm looking forward to having this book coming out in a couple of weeks. Hopefully in the next 3 weeks it'll be in the stores and available, and you'll be able to see some video that goes along with that. and love to get your feedback on that as well. So thanks for everything. Appreciate you signing up for the newsletter. Hope everybody's doing well. Take care.